I'm Jennifer, I'm the founder of Silk Helix, and in this video I'm going to talk through how we write a job description. Firstly, what even is a job description and what is it not? Well, traditionally a job description has very much been a list of tasks, the tasks that you want somebody to be doing. My concern with that is that once we've got a list of tasks, we get well, that's not in my job description, and we get this very rigid thing that often doesn't really work for what you need, and somebody can complete those tasks but still not really be what you're looking for and what you need in the business. There's also often a mix up between a job description and an advert, and yes, a job advert will often include the job description. People are going to want to see what the job entails, what you're looking for, what they're going to get, what they're going to be doing when they come to work for you. But an advert is different. So an advert is trying to attract attention. It's trying to capture somebody. It's trying to make them interested in your company and why they should work for you. So yes, you take the job description as your starting point. Yes, people want to see the job description, but your advert needs to be more your marketing. Thinking about what your marketing team would put out there as an advert. It's exactly the same when it comes to a job advert. Then you've also got that list of skills, experience, knowledge that you want somebody to have in order to know that they're going to be successful in the role and that you're looking for. So as part of the recruitment process, what are the boxes you're trying to tick to say, yes, this person's got this, and therefore that's what we're looking for. The advert and that person specification build on the job description. So we're going to focus in this video very much on that job description. And as I said at the start, we're not focusing just on a list of tasks. We're focusing more widely on what it is that this person, if they're successful in the role, what will they be doing? What non-task things, so like being a team player, for example. And if we want somebody to be a team player, what does that really mean? What does it look like? So when I'm talking to people about writing a job description, the first thing I get them to do is to look at what good looks like. So let's take the example of an administrator, and I love this kind of big paper, spider diagram, mind map, whatever you want to call it. For me, that works really well. It kind of fits with my brain and my style. And what I do is kind of write that job title in the middle and then start looking at what does good look like. So if this person is going to be good at the role, what will we be seeing? What will we be hearing? So we may well be hearing things like no problem when we ask them to do something. We want a positive response, a response that says, yeah, I've got this, I'm doing this, I'm confident, that tells us they're confident. Because bear in mind, something like confidence, for example, is something we interpret from somebody's behaviour. But we may also be looking at, well, what will our customers see? So let's again say we've got this administrator. Our customers may be hearing that confidence. Our customers may feel like their problem's going to be solved. They may feel like they've been helped. Really look at what that role is. What does this role mean in your business? Don't Google, an administrator's job description and pick up the list of tasks. Look at really what it is that you want from that person, and bear in mind that an administrator in your company may look very different to an administrator in the company down the road. But only once we've started to pull all these things together about what good looks like will we really know exactly what it is that we're expecting from them. So we may know that we want deadlines to be met. We want somebody who takes control. So we want somebody who can organise a meeting, for example, and will proactively put the agendas in place. So if they are a good administrator, we will be able to say to them, I need a team meeting next week, and they will come back with, well, this is the date everyone's available. I've pulled together this agenda for you. I've printed off these notes. And that's what you'll be seeing and hearing as a result of the requests that you've put to them. So let's take an example of our administrator here at Silk Helix. We would be looking to produce our clients' monthly reports, their monthly management reports. So I would expect that an administrator on the first couple of days of the month would pull the information and that they would produce the report, and a week later I will have that report on my desk. I don't expect really to see anything before that. I expect them to know that that's what they're doing, and all I need to see is the report on my desk, and when I look over it, that it's accurate, attention to detail is there, and that I can send that report out to the client, adding any bits that I need to. That's what I'm looking for in my administrator. So I'd be putting that down as this is what I'm looking for. Now, when we do a task-based job description, we would just be writing down prepare the monthly reports. Now, an administrator may come to me and say, do you want me to prepare the monthly reports? And I might say, yep, please go ahead. And then they might say to me, can you remind me how to do that? Can you remind me where I get the information from? They may come back to me with, let's say, 2 of the clients done, but not the 3rd one. And that might mean I've then got to go back to them and ask for another one. They may send it to me on day 15 when I wanted it on day 10. All of these things that can go wrong because I've not set my expectations in terms of exactly what it is I want. And that's why it's really important that the job description covers not only the tasks, but also how they're done. So taking responsibility for the reports, the expectation being, and this can be a step on from the job description, that report will be on my desk by the 10th of each month, let's say. For me, I then like to go beyond good, and I like to look at, well, if somebody was to really stretch themselves and to be excellent, what would we then be seeing and hearing? So let's take the clients and what clients and customers see. So with a good administrator that's answering the phones, the client may feel helped. They may feel like their immediate problem is solved. But with an excellent one, they may feel like they've got a good relationship with that administrator. They may feel like that person knew who they were when they got on the phone and were proactive in finding the solution. Perhaps the client feels more confident to be able to actually talk through more of the problem with them rather than just waiting for a call back. So I like to go on to kind of the excellence as well, so that it gives people something to strive for. It gives them something to look for. Well, how can I improve? How can I get better and do a better job? And then once we've got our big paper and it's filled with kind of what does good look like, what's excellent, I would then be pulling that into a document, something that can be useful to people. We use Confluence for this, so we would put our job descriptions on Confluence so that everyone can see them. It's our company wiki. Now, clearly with a job description, you can have a list. So you could have a list of the things that you expect of people. You could break that down into, let's say, behaviours and tasks. I like to often use tables. So I like to categorise into pillars. So let's say customer support, team support, for example, for an administrator. If it's a HR consultant, they might have administration on their pillars as well. So I like to put pillars, and then within that I would put what it is that I'm looking for under those pillars. So let's say in customer support, customer experience, I would say that I'm looking for somebody who's to be answering the phones in a way that makes the customers feel helped and feel like they're getting the solution that they're looking for. I would also put on there proactively producing invoices each month, for example. So I would be putting on there the things that come under that pillar, and I like to present things as a table. For me, it kind of just feels a bit nicer and a bit easier to read across than it does in a list of tasks. I'm also then in one-to-ones looking for individuals to be able to discuss with me examples of evidence of how they've met each of those things during that period of time, so that we can see that they are developing, that they are doing the things that they should be. And of course, how they're working towards those stretch, those excellence that we've also got listed. But it doesn't really matter how it's presented, and that's really going to be down to what feels right for you, your business, how your team work, how you work, and how it displays best the information that you want to get across to people. And of course, once you've then got this clear job description, so it goes wider than the tasks, it tells people what you expect of them in terms of their behaviours, in terms of the company culture, how they fit in, how they support the team, how they support customers, all of these things. You can then take that to look at, well, what person then are we looking for? What are the qualities of somebody that really matter to this role? What are the things that we can't teach? Because bear in mind, if you use a particular software, for example, you don't need somebody with experience of that software. You can teach that, And there are so many softwares out there now that you really limit yourself if you're looking for somebody who has just experienced the software that you're using. So what you really need is somebody who's perhaps got a willingness to learn, somebody who is open to learning, somebody who is not afraid to ask questions, somebody who's got experience of perhaps a wide range of softwares. So really think about what it is that you really need and what you can teach and develop during the induction process, the first few months of employment, in order to get them fully up to speed and on board. That may then make you go back again and look at your kind of goods and your excellence. These things are a work in progress. As you're thinking through these things, it may make you question what you've already got there and looking at what it is that you really want, what you're really looking for. But that's how I would do it. I would start with those kind of what does good look like, really try and picture that person, what would make somebody excellent, and then what is the bare minimum, the basics that we need to recruit somebody with in order to get somebody up to speed to be that good person and then further to be that excellent person. Once we've got all of that, we're in a much better position to be able to write an advert that appeals to people and tells people really what we're looking for, as well as, of course, not forgetting what we're offering them, because recruitment is a two-way thing. But it's not just, well, this is what we want. What are they going to get in return? Why is it worth them coming to work for us? And of course, your job description is not just about recruitment, it's about measuring, monitoring performance on an ongoing basis. So once you've really got this picture of what good looks like, somebody starts with you, you can express that to them, you can be really clear what's expected of them, what it will look like when they're doing a good job, and then you can review, monitor performance against that, give them feedback against that, support their development, give them the right training and things, all against that, so they know exactly what good looks like and you know exactly whether or not they're doing a good job. So there you are, that's it for me, how you write a job description. So look, have a go. Take the job roles in your company, get your big piece of paper or your mind mapping software, however you prefer to do it. Start getting your notes down. What does good really look like? And if it's raising questions for you, pop them in the comments below and I will do my best to answer every single comment. If you like my hints and tips and videos, don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell and make sure you don't miss a single one.